Everybody, welcome back. All right, so today is another mail call day, and yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. So this has been kind of accruing over the last, I'd say probably like 1, 2, 3 weeks, maybe. I don't know. Whenever the last video came out, this has pretty much been accruing, and this is something that just cycles throughout the house on a regular basis. Lately, what I've been doing is just kind of opening, auditing, making sure it's all there so I can leave the appropriate feedbacks or send back the items as needed, and then putting it into my little hold box, and then here we are. So let's go over some of the things that I picked up over the last couple of weeks. If you saw my recent post on the community tab there, I picked up some Soldevia excavations, and I picked these up for not, I shouldn't say for, but I picked these up because of the MTG Moxman. He spoke about these in the way that he talks about them, and he's got a point. The reserve list, and it's the same way that I feel. The reserve list is, as far as we know, never going to be reprinted. So cards like this, there's a high chance that they're going to spike at some point in their lifetime. Why not pick them up, especially when they're cheap? So that's what I did. These are not mint. Not all of them are mint, but these are not in horrible condition. These are not. These are not near mint, but they're in pretty good shape. And if I can get my hands on them, $4, $5, $6 a piece, yeah, I'll grab a bunch of them. So that's what I did. I think in the last probably couple of weeks here, I picked up half a dozen copies or so. Prices vary. Again, prices and condition vary. So, this is a damaged copy. I probably paid a couple dollars for this. Nothing major. But it's a pretty decent card. If you're not familiar with Soldevia Excavations, right, it's a land card. When it comes into play, you sacrifice an untapped island or bury the Soldevia Excavations. However, if you do sacrifice an island, you can add one colorless and one blue to your mana pool. And then if you pay one colorless, you can also, take a look at your library. So, not a bad card there. Not bad at all. And it's the same thing with me. Pretty much anything that's reserve list, I will pick up and I'll hold on to them. And these are cards that stick with me. They don't go back out into circulation. So I picked up 5 copies. I think in total I probably paid $30, something like that. Next one up is Doppelganger. And you know what? You can never have too many copies of this. I definitely don't have enough copies. I think I'm sitting on like 20 or 30 copies. And it's just another one where it's a reserve list card, and for me, it's personally going to sit in my collection. It's going to stew forever and ever and ever, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And I'm glad to have this one. So here's one that I just recently started buying. Just kind of going through reserve list and seeing what cards are out there, and what is on the reserve list and what the current pricing is. I'm not going to say that this is undervalued, but I think it is, because you can pick these up for like 20 or 30 cents a piece. And if you think about it, it's an enchant world, and all creatures, it's not just you, but you and the other players can get +1/+1 to flying creatures. You know what? In the right circumstance, it could definitely be a game changer. It's only +1/+1, so it's not, a huge pump. But at the same time, you can definitely do some damage with that. Especially if you're playing like with a small white weenie deck. I think you could definitely get some work out of that. Casting cost is a little bit on the high side. You're paying 4 for it. But there are some workarounds that you can do. So yeah. All right. I picked up a ton of these. Because why not? I think I picked up like 30 copies, and you know what? Again, when you're paying cents for these, 7, 8, 9, 10, picked up 20 copies. 20 copies, I think I paid $17.95 shipped. Not a bad deal. Not going to sleeve these. This is going to be an all-day affair to go through all of those. So what else did I buy? Well, this is kind of like a side collection of something that I'm working on now, and this is for the 30th. This is going to be a pain. This is for the 30th anniversary play promos. And if you're not familiar with those started releasing not too long ago. And basically, they are doing a reprint of certain cards in Magic's history over the next 30 years. So this is like kind of phase 2 or phase 3-ish of the 30th anniversary. Each set that comes out, so like Brothers War or Phyrexia All Will Be One, each set that comes out will have some cards that come with it. And you can only get these through doing events. Well, I mean, you can buy them, but yeah. So today I picked up Temple of the False God and Exalted Angel. Very happy to have those two added into this collection. I think so far I've already collected like 1993 through like 1998. Now, some of these are regional, so you'll see some are in specifically only in German. Some of them are only in Japanese. Those are some of the things that they're trying to push out there, and I have not gotten those yet. Those are actually coming with a pretty high premium. But so far, I'm just picking up which ones I can get my hands on and at what price I can get them at. There's a nice minty copy. I will sleeve this one. All right, so what else did I buy? Ring of Renewal with some more Divine Retribution. Again, pick these up for 50 cents, pick them up for $1. All reserve list, never will be reprinted again. We add it into the collection, and that's where it will sit. So here's a really cool one. I picked this up for $25. So it's a Antiquities version of Mishra's Factory. It's a spring edition. A little bit of light play, maybe a little bit of a moderate play, somewhere in between. But for $25, I really couldn't pass this one up. I was kind of kicking myself because I just bought one for like $45, but it's actually near mint. So that's not a bad one to have. All right. Apparently I bought more of these. I don't remember buying this many Serra Aviaries, but apparently I did. And again, I mean, these are kind of beaten up, but they're well loved. Add these in. All right. Here's a big one. I picked up a nice dual land. Now, nice is a relative term. It's the first one for my revised collection. And if you didn't know, I am currently working on a full set of revised. This is the first one for my revised collection. And I got this for a whopping $130. It's damaged, as you can see. It's in a damaged condition. But otherwise, it's in pretty decent shape. So I picked this one up. Definitely glad to have this added on. What else did I buy? I've been buying some graded. I'm buying graded within reason. I don't want to get crazy with it. I don't want to buy Power 9 graded. I don't want to buy, dual land graded. Unless I can get them for a good deal. So this one I actually picked up. It's only a CGC4, but it's an unlimited Black Vice, and I picked this up for like $10. So, for me, it was a no-brainer. Next, I picked up Wrath of God from Revised. It's PSA 8. You know what? This is one, I don't even think I have this in like a loose card, and I got this for under $20. And my last one that I picked up is actually one I've been buying a ton of. I'm actually really glad to have this one in the set. And it is also a PSA 8 from Revised fork. So, nice reserve list card. Glad to have you in the collection. Okay. And what did I buy here? More Revised. Again, I'm working on a full set. So if I can get my hands on some Revised stuff, I will absolutely do that. I picked this deck box up. I think it was $15.99. I ended up paying 22 something with taxes and shipping and all of that. And these cards are they're mint. I mean, these are pretty mint cards. But there were a ton in here that I didn't have, whether it's common, uncommon. I don't believe there are any rares in this. I think they took out the rares. But I actually think that's a rare. But there are actually still a lot of good cards that are in here. And again, they're all in really great shape. It even came with a box, which... Shivan Dragon. That's right, I forgot that was in here. And it came with a box, and, you know, some people get a little crazy with it, and they ask for, you know, $20-something just for the box alone. So I feel like that by itself probably paid itself off. Who knows? I doubt this all came from the same box. I think this is probably just a, I don't know if it's a repack, but I definitely think it's somebody who had cards. They just stuffed them in the box, and that's what they got. Now this is the really exciting one. I paid $52 for this one, and it is the revised edition 2-player kit. And it came with the 2 decks, and it also came with some extra cards. But this thing is complete. It is 100% complete. It's got all the registration forms in here. It's got the original tokens in here. It's even got the little black bag with the counters on the inside. And these cards are also 100% mint. And I mean, these things are mint. So it's definitely glad to pick this up and add this to the collection. I actually don't have the big box version of this, so it's definitely nice to have that. So it's got some Dark Rituals in here. It's got some Fear, Orcish Oriflame, Tranquility, Offset Tranquility, another Dark Ritual, and a bunch of land. All stuff that I already have. So I'm assuming it's in this one. And this is the reason why I bought this for $55, not the Mana Flare. Well, in a Farmstead reserve list. But it had a nice, and I'm talking about mint, absolutely mint, Demonic Tutor. That itself covers for the price of admission with this. Black Vice, Savannah Alliance, there's a rare. Yeah, definitely glad to have this in the collection. And again, I mean, these cards are just absolutely mint. And I've got a ton of cards that are mint in here, and that's not so much mint. I have a ton of these cards already, but these might be better conditioned than some of the cards that I do have. So I'm really glad to have these in the collection, and I think that's gonna really pump up, you know, how everything looks and so on. So that's it. This has been my mail call. This is what I'm buying the last couple of weeks. I will be probably picking up a lot more. There's definitely more on the way, but I will be picking up more. And again, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more mail call videos like this, let me know. I'll be happy to do one for you guys. That's it. Subscribe if you're not already, and come swing by the Discord channel. You got some free time. We'd love to talk. Catch you guys in the next one.